Hello and welcome back to another video. I am Sir Guyman, and as you can see, this is a different map. I'll get to that in a second. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you like today's video, then subscribe. If you are subscribed, like and comment to boost the algorithm. And if you are subscribed, I also have a Discord server. It's in the description below. So, why are there the United States on the map? Or, well, I guess, why are the states of the USA on the map? And then why are there yellow dots on it? So one, as you read from the title, this is the Disunited States series, which means that the United States has broken up into 50 different countries, which that being the states. So yeah, there's all the United States, all the states of the U.S. are now their own countries, and including D.C. and Puerto Rico. And secondly, why are there yellow dots? The yellow dots are capitals. So yeah, which are basically just state capitals. They also exist on like the other countries. However, they're like kind of where they are IRL, but not really. They're not that accurate. But yeah, same with these ones. They're not too accurate. So, first off, over in the Pacific area, we have an alliance forming, and that's going to be the Pacific Alliance. The founding member is going to be California, and then soon after, Oregon joins, and then Washington joins, and then Hawaii joins, because Hawaii really needs that imports, like they import a lot of stuff. But yeah, they also kind of like California, so they joined the alliance. Also, it looks like I forgot to add uh, Hawaii's capital, but whatever. It's not going to be the only alliance in that starts in this episode. The next alliance is going to be the Confederacy. Yeah, they're back. Yeah, you know how they said they'd rise again? Well, here they are, they rose. So yeah, the founding member is going to be Texas, and then the next member is going to be Arkansas, then Tennessee, Bama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and, well, yeah, and North Carolina. Virginia's offered to join, but Virginia's like, yeah, no, we don't want to join. We're good. The Confederacy is like, you know what, whatever. Will just like be based out of Texas. Texas is better anyways. They all agree or they all say in unison. The final alliance that's going to be forming today is going to be the New England Alliance, or the Alliance of New England. Massachusetts is going to be its founding member, and Maine's going to be a part of it. New Hampshire's going to be a part, or no, that's Vermont. Vermont's going to be a part of it, and then New Hampshire's going to be a part of it. Massachusetts doesn't invite Connecticut or Rhode Island because they have plans with them later. So yeah, these are our three alliances for now. The Pacific Alliance, the Confederacy, and the Alliance of New England. So now we will move on to our first war of the series, and the first war of the series is going to be between California and Nevada. And see, the reason why California wants to invade Nevada, even though Nevada is basically just a desert, is because California wants access to the Colorado River, or, well, it wants to control the Colorado River. Because if you don't know, California is a very thirsty state. It likes to suck up a lot of water, mainly due to its almond farms and alfalfa fields. So this is why California wants to invade Nevada, even though it's basically, just desert. California starts its invasion by invading the southernmost tip of Nevada and instantly takes Vegas, which is like the Nevadan city. Right away, they take over southern Nevada and the whole Vegas area, and then their troops move along the border and capture Reno. No, Carson City, not Reno. But yeah, and then Nevada surrenders. They can't do anything, because like outside of Carson City and Vegas, there's really nothing. I don't think there's any like really big city over there. Just as Nevada was born in battle, it dies by battle. And now let's look at that. Actually, no, we don't need to look at that peace treaty. This is the peace treaty. Bam, California completely annexes Nevada. Which is kind of wild. It's the series' first, elimination of a state. Kind of wild. And now we're only down to like the 49 original states, including DC and Puerto Rico. quickly erase the capital of Nevada. And now let's move on to another war that California will be fighting. Once again, California wants to completely control the Colorado, so this time it will be fighting Arizona. And if there's any Fallout and Vegas fans in the chat, you'll notice that this is basically the NCR versus Caesar's Legion. But yeah, California declares war on Arizona because it wants that sweet, sweet control of the Colorado. So it'll move its forces across the Colorado River and into Arizona. And then we get the Battle of Hoover Dam. And California, wins the battle. Or I guess the NCR wins the battle. But yeah, NCR wins the battle against the Hoover Dam, or against Arizona over the Hoover Dam, and now has complete control of the Colorado River, and they kind of push more into Zona, but they don't really want to continue like moving into desert. So they send some delegates to Phoenix and are like, hey, or they send like a peace treaty over to Phoenix and are like, hey, you want to end the war? And Arizona's like, yeah, we want to end the war. So let's take a look at that peace treaty. So this is the peace treaty. Zona basically loses access to the Colorado River, which is going to be very detrimental to Arizona's farming industry and like Arizona as a whole, because most of its water comes from Colorado, just like basically every state who is on the Colorado. But yeah, not good for Arizona, so they're basically kind of like defeated. They can't really do anything. California's like, hey, you want to become our vassal state? And Zona has like no choice other to like comply. So, well, we don't have to color it in. But yeah, Arizona becomes a vassal state of California, which means the California government basically controls Arizona, but it still has some autonomy. That's enough of the West Coast. Let's go over to the South. Confederacy. But yeah, we're gonna be mainly focusing on Texas, and Texas is looking at California and seeing how it's basically like way stronger than them and has like a way bigger economy than them. So Texas is like, we gotta like get on the level of California. How are we gonna do this? Oklahoma just kind of like sitting in the corner, and then Texas is like, oh yeah, we don't really like you. We want that panhandle, and Oklahoma's like, what? And then Texas declares war on Oklahoma. It's like, hey, what if he became ours now? And then they turn that question into reality. And Texas troops cross over the border and into the panhandle of Oklahoma, and then cross over, I think, what is the Red River. But yeah, they cross over the border and further into Oklahoma, and then threaten the capital, Oklahoma City. Texas calls its allies into the war, or at least Arkansas into the war. And Arkansas is like, okay, because they also kind of want more land. So yeah, Arkansas joins the war in search of land because they want some land. But yeah, they go up into Oklahoma, and them and Texas basically take it over. Texas captures Oklahoma City, and well, they basically surrender. So yeah, let's take a look at that peace treaty. This is the peace treaty. Arkansas gets basically like the eastern half of Oklahoma, and Texas gets the rest of it. Yeah, Oklahoma is the second state to stop existing because Texas wills it, and yeah, let's get rid of that capital. Moving on from the South, we go to the Midwest, and if you don't know your history, or just if you're a European basically, or just like don't know rivalries between states, Michigan and Ohio have a pretty big rivalry. Every year during college football, Michigan State and Ohio State face off. Fans of both teams, I don't know, hate each other, I guess. This rivalry started way back in the 1800s, in what is known as the Toledo War. Well, even though it wasn't really a war, because both sides didn't fight. But yeah, Michigan and Ohio both they fought over this little strip of land called the Toledo Strip, which is basically just like that, and it has Toledo in it. Back in the 1800s, both sides wanted the Toledo Strip, and they were almost about to go to war over it, but the Feds stepped in and were like, no. We'll give Ohio the Strip, and Michigan, you can get this peninsula up here. Michigan's like, okay, whatever. And Ohio's like, sweet. Michigan is kind of grumpy about this, They kind of want that strip back, so they're going to declare war on Ohio. Michigan troops move in to the strip and take over Toledo, and then quickly move around Lake Erie. Ohio has more people than Michigan, only by like a million, but still more. So Ohio is like, hey, we don't need to take this from you, or we're not going to take this from you, and they're also kind of like caught off guard. So they're going to send their troops in and retake the land or retake the coast around Lake Erie, and then quickly kick the Michiganders out of the Toledo Strip, and then they start pushing in to Michigan and take what Michigan has of Lake Erie. But there's going to be another player in this war, and that player is going to be Wisconsin. See, since the feds took or gave Michigan the UP, guess who they took it from? Yeah, Wisconsin. They're not really happy about this. They kind of want it back. So what is Wisconsin going to do? Well, they're going to declare war on Michigan and invade the UP. Wisconsin, it has like half the population of Michigan, but since most of Michigan's forces are tied up in Ohio right now, they can't really fight back. So Wisconsin is basically going to take the UP and well basically peace out because that's all they wanted. They didn't really want more. But yeah, this blow to Michigan is going to be like, okay, we can't fight this war anymore. We gotta surrender. So they send some diplomats down to Ohio, down to Columbus, and say, "Hey, we surrender here." And they, you know, guess what they do? Yeah, they sign a peace treaty. So guess what we're gonna do now? Yeah, look at the peace treaty. So let's do that. Okay, so this is the peace treaty, and you may notice that it's not completely finished yet, and that's because if I didn't show you what happened, you wouldn't have noticed. Well, down here. So, Wisconsin gets the UP, and Michigan's like, damn it. But yeah, Ohio takes or moves their border a few miles northward, and not only and like solidifies their claim over the Toledo Strip. And Michigan's like, damn. So yeah, uh, not a lot changed between the border of Michigan and Ohio, and Michigan lost or ceded the UP over to Wisconsin. But yeah, now to the final war of this episode. It's going to be the war between Massachusetts and Connecticut and Rhode Island. Um, yeah, Connecticut and Rhode Island, no one, they don't really do anything. Rhode Island is very small, and Connecticut, people only live in Connecticut, to go work in New York. They're not really, like, productive members of society. So Massachusetts gonna go like bam, bam, and take Hartford, and then New York is like, hey, what if we also had or a part of Connecticut? So they invade Connecticut too, which pisses off Massachusetts, but Massachusetts can't really do anything because New York is like way stronger than them. Um, and if they picked a fight with New York, they'd get curb stomped. So yeah, they kind of have to like settle with splitting Connecticut. But yeah, for the final time this episode, let's look at that peace treaty. So yeah, this is the peace treaty between Massachusetts and New York. Massachusetts completely takes over Rhode Island, and New York and Massachusetts split Connecticut. And New York gets a lot more coastline and also has like a better defense of like NYC because NYC is basically sandwiched in between Connecticut and New Jersey IRL. So yeah, now that they have more land, they can better protect NYC to like the north, but they still have Jersey pestering them to the south. But yeah, let's just quickly get rid of the capitals of Connecticut and Rhode Island, Hartford, and the other one, I forgot. That is going to do it for today's episode. I hope you liked this series. You may have noticed that this is, not the only other Disunited States series. There's another one, actually, that I made back in November. I decided to basically revamp it because one, colors, and two, I didn't like how like things were going with it. It was kind of tedious to like color every like every time someone went to war, like color them red or blue, and then have to undo all the progress and then draw on the peace treaty. So I basically just settled for starting another one or restarting the series. But yeah, if you like today's episode, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Like and comment if you liked the video, and go join my Discord server if you I don't know really like it. It's not really active. There's not a lot of people there, but if you want to make it active, do it. That is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.